What if an entire city, its people, laughter, art, and daily life vanished in a single day, leaving behind only the silent screams of its last moments? For nearly 2,000 years, the ash of Mount Vesuvius preserved Pompeii's world exactly as it was at the instant life ended. It's a time capsule that predicts how future civilizations might one day study us. It was August 24th, 79, a dear, normal summer morning on the beautiful Bay of Naples. The streets of Pompeii were alive. Traders shouted their prices, bakers pulled fresh loaves from brick ovens, and children chased each other past marble fountains. Lush vineyards hung heavy with grapes, and in the distance, the mountain that shadowed the city, Vesuvius, seemed completely peaceful. No one could have possibly suspected this ordinary sunrise would be their last. In the days leading up to the eruption, some locals did notice strange tremors. Amphoras rattled on shelves, and the water in fountains bubbled oddly. But the people of Pompeii were used to small earthquakes. The region often shook, and the mountain had been quiet for generations. Even when animals grew restless and birds vanished from the sky, very few recognized the omen for what it was. Then, at midday, the ground groaned. The top of Vesuvius cracked open with a thunderous roar. A massive tower of ash and pumice blasted miles into the sky, completely darkening the sun. An ancient eyewitness, Pliny the Younger, watched from across the bay and described it as a pine tree shooting into the heavens. Within an hour, ash began to rain down on Pompeii. The daylight faded into an unnatural, terrifying night. People were forced to light oil lamps at noon. The ash in the air grew thicker, choking their lungs and blinding their eyes. Soon, roofs started to collapse under the crushing weight of falling debris. Panicked citizens tried to flee, wrapping cloths around their mouths and shouting prayers to the gods. But the roads leading out of town were already buried. The first phase of the eruption lasted for hours. Stones called pumicelite as air, but deadly when falling at high speeds mashed through roofs. Dozens were crushed inside their own homes, while others fled toward the city gates. Archaeologists would later find their skeletons near the Marina Gate, proving that even open ground offered no safety from the sky above. By dawn the next day, a new horror began. Vesuvius unleashed a pyroclastic surge, a hurricane of scorching gas and volcanic ash, moving faster than 100 kilometers per hour. It was hotter than 400 degrees Celsius. Anyone who remained in Pompeii died instantly, their flesh vaporized, their final expressions imprinted forever into the hardened ash. These are the frozen screams we see today, the haunting faces of men, women, and children in their last silent breath. Across the bay in Misenum, Pliny the Younger recorded every moment. He described neighbors collapsing under the ash clouds, the sea retreating from the shore, and powerful tremors shaking their villas. His letters became history's first written eyewitness account of a major volcanic eruption, giving future scientists a human window into Pompeii's final hours. When the disaster finally ended, Pompeii and the nearby town of Herculaneum were gone. buried under nearly 6 meters of ash and rock. For centuries, their names faded from maps. The land above became simple farmland, and no one realized that an entire civilization slept right beneath their feet. Pompeii had become a ghost, locked in stone. Then, in 1748, a group of explorers digging for ancient art stumbled upon walls decorated with colorful frescoes. Soon, archaeologists realized they had uncovered a whole Roman city. As they carefully removed the layers of ash, they discovered hollow spaces in the hardened material. They poured plaster into these voids, revealing the human forms exactly as they died: a mother shielding her child, a man clutching a bag of coins, a dog frozen mid-whist. Pompeii's story had returned. Today, Pompeii is more than an archaeological wonder. It's a mirror of our own human fragility. Its perfectly preserved streets show taverns, vineyards, and even graffiti that could belong to any modern city. Scientists who study volcanic activity say Vesuvius will erupt again. It's not a question of if, but when. Just as Pompeii ignored the warning signs then, experts warn that history could repeat itself in the crowded cities surrounding Naples today. Pompeii. As silence screams across time, a powerful reminder that even the most advanced civilizations can vanish in a single day. What was buried wasn't just a city. It was a warning written in stone. Nature remembers what humanity forgets. Thanks for watching, and if you found this story as fascinating as I do, please like and subscribe for more journeys into the past.